Hello again. Well, it seems public servants are still milking state coffers. Some companies with senior civil servants on their boards as directors received about 60 million rand in state business. That's despite government promising to put a stop to this, as this amounts to abuse of power. Let's discuss this now with Dr Moeltsi Leballo from the Public Service Commission. Dr Leballo, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Well, of course, we all saw the headlines in the city press this weekend, how civil servants are milking the state, government employees flourishing as directors of private companies, scoring huge contracts. Just an overriding question first. This must be very concerning to the Public Service Commission as you report.
It is very much concerning, and the mandate of the Public Service Commission requires that all public servants, specifically at the senior management level, to disclose their financial interests. They receive forms which can be filled manually in their departments, and they also receive e-disclosure forms, which are filled electronically. And in these forms, this is meeting a financial disclosure framework, which is a legislative requirement, and this is done annually. And these forms are filled every April by the departments, and at the end of May, the departments then would submit them to the Public Service Commission. Now, the senior managers who are required to fill this, all these forms, will have to adhere and comply, and all of them, because this is a requirement, there's no choice, there is no even trying to hide anything. All of them are supposed to submit this. And after they reach the Public Service Commission, then they are subjected to scrutiny. The scrutiny involves looking into everything they have disclosed. They're supposed to disclose involvement in the private companies. They're supposed to also report on their immovable properties. They're supposed to report on any involvement that has financial implications, and also the number of vehicles they possess. And the Public Service Commission then verifies this information with the CIPC when it comes to companies, and also with deeds office when it comes to properties, also with eNCA when it comes to motor vehicles. Now, after we have scrutinized this information that we have received and consolidated it, we then send it back to the departments to sanction those whereby we have found that they have not fully disclosed, and there are actual, not potential, but actual conflicts of interest. Now, actual conflicts of interest is the wrongdoing.
Yes. Dr. Leballo, sorry, we don't have much time. I've just allowed you to explain so that our viewers can get a sense of what the Commission's mandate is, and you've clarified it very well. But we just need to move a little bit at a faster pace, just to understand here. Now, you've done your work, and the reports you've produced show that around about 60 million of contracts ended up benefiting companies linked to senior employees, about 1,500 senior government employees at different levels. You've reported back to the departments. There should be some action being taken. There's no action being taken. You must be concerned about that as well.
Action is being taken in the department, and this action, we will monitor that institution of action, or disciplinary action, or sanctions. And our monitoring will also require feedback from these departments. And if we are not satisfied or we don't even receive anything, we don't see any movement, we will then share this information with the provincial or national portfolio committees, and they will hold these departments accountable. This is what is done when it comes to financial disclosure.
But according to the report, there are also repeat offenders. If people are in a position to be repeat offenders, it means there's been no action taken against them.
Indeed, it means no action has been happening, no action has been taken against them. But in actual fact, when we looked at the statistics, there is a decline, even though it's not really significant. For instance, in 2019-2020, the total number, the amount was 69 million. And now in 2020-2021, it's almost 60 million.
It's still 60. Opinion, yeah, it's still 60 million, quite a lot. I mean, of public funds. Although you correctly say it's come down, and one can see that there is some action. Very briefly, Dr. Leballo, before we end in this last minute of it, I mean, do you believe there's political will to make sure there is consequence and that actually this does stop? Because this is illegal, what these senior government officials are doing.
I fully agree with you. It is illegal, and there is political will, because we are monitoring that implementation of the recommendations. We are holding the executive authorities accountable, but it's not only the PSC that does that. The portfolio committees, both at provincial and at national, are also doing that. And we are also engaging these departments directly by trying to deter or prevent this happening by conducting a number of workshops in departments. And of course, we hope that this decline, even though it's significant, we hope that we will, by next year, we will report a real substantial decline. From 69 million to 60 million, it's insignificant in our opinion. But we hope that with our endeavor and with our consistent monitoring, the light will finally shine, and the departments will give us better reports.
Thank you very much. Dr. Leballo from the Public Service Commission speaking to us about the issue of senior public servants who continue to flout regulations by doing business with government and scoring millions and millions of rand in business, which is illegal.